Zone. Stu Redman. Which one of you is Larry Underwood?
Well, here's some good news. Stephen King's The Stand will be on our screens as a miniseries, and it has all the makings of a smash hit. For many who have read the books already, there is a lot to look forward to. So, who will be playing the role of our main villain? How did the very real global health situation affect the fictional events in the show? We'll tell you all about it in today's video. So let's get to know The Stand cast. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Whoopi Goldberg, movie legend Whoopi Goldberg, will be on The Stand as Mother Abigail. We won't be exaggerating if we say that almost everyone who has watched at least a movie with Whoopi Goldberg fell in love with how she portrayed her character. Now she is back on our screens as Mother Abigail. Her character is a spiritual leader trying to unite people surviving a horrible virus in a world where 99% of people have already died. And get this, she is actually 109 years old. That's a character that has lived a very long life. And Whoopi made it look awesome. According to the actress, she was able to interpret this character by accepting that change comes all the time. Despite the character being almost 50 years older than her, not surprisingly, Whoopi has always wanted to be a part of a Stephen King production ever since she witnessed the first Stand adaptation in 1994. Sadly, the actress couldn't be in the movie at the time as she was caught up with other roles. Her opportunity came when they asked her to be a part of the miniseries, just as she was eagerly asking to be given a role in it. In a way, it's all good that she couldn't be in the movie in 1994, as she may not have been able to interpret that character at 39 years old the way she plays it now to perfection. Really, all the makeup in the world wouldn't have done it justice. Up next is Alexander Skarsgard. Here comes the actor playing the character who is a direct opposite to the lovable Mother Abigail. Alexander is Randall Flagg, an abusive and insanely dark villain that just chills you to your bones. But Alexander Skarsgard is not new to the world of Stephen King, despite being more familiar with less villainous roles. He has graced the set of many other masterpieces credited to this horror genius, and did a really decent job, if we do say ourselves. So how was he able to crack the code of this complicated role? Alexander had a little help, Josh Boone. The showrunner is said to have read every single Stephen King book. Well, if you know that this author has written more than 50, then you realize that this is a big deal. And Josh read them not once, but a whopping 10 times or more. He was able to help Alexander when the actor hit a brick wall by telling him the exact chapters where he could read more about the Dark Man. With this, Alexander was able to gain a lot of insight into Randall Flagg's background. Thanks to this important boost, the actor enjoyed bringing this deliciously dark character to life, despite how psychopathic the role was. And we can't wait to see the results. Up next is Amber Heard. Playing Nadine Cross is famous actress Amber Heard, who has had quite a good run in the movie industry as well. Her character Nadine is a school teacher who has relationship ties with the villain Randall Flagg. When she was just an orphan child, Nadine got into a relationship with Flagg and immediately recognized the Dark Man in her nightmares. This lady has an even darker background, as she saw Flagg as a guardian figure until she grew older, and it transformed into possessive and predatory. Therefore, Nadine is the vulnerable character who has to determine what loyalty and ties mean to her. While she is loyal to the other survivors, temptations from Randall Flagg pose a huge distraction. We first heard about Amber Heard when she starred in Pineapple Express and Never Back Down in 2008. Since then, she has gone to take up various iconic roles, including Queen Mira in Aquaman. Up next is Henry Zaga. Portraying a deaf person as a hearing actor is no easy feat. Henry Zaga knew this, and when he was informed that he would play the role of Nick Andros in The Stand, he went the extra mile to ensure he interpreted it as perfectly as possible. First, Henry got in contact with an American Sign Language coach and interacted with many deaf individuals as well. It's safe to say that we will see Nick Andros on The Stand as a sensitive and respectful character. Nick's storyline involves him being able to forgive easily and exhibit a high level of empathy towards others. It's something you don't see too often in today's world. The Brazilian actor will be showing us a wise and thoughtful survivor who is deaf and mute, but still becomes a leader in the free zone. Career-wise, Henry Zaga is not doing too bad himself. He has been in several other widely acclaimed movies like Looking for Alaska, 13 Reasons Why, and The New Mutants. Up next is Odessa Young. The Australian actress Odessa Young will be starring as the young Frannie Goldsmith. Now, what's so interesting about The Stand is that the horror master is introducing a new storyline for the series, and this has been kept all hush until now. What we know is that Frannie won't end the miniseries in the same way as the book. That gives us a lot to look forward to. Frannie will develop a strong relationship with Stu Redman, while acting as some sort of moral compass for the other survivors. Odessa Young is excited about bringing to life a few scenes that encourage the notion that Stephen King has psychic abilities. The horror master wrote in 1978 about events similar to the global health situation. The name of the virus in the movie, Captain Trips, has symptoms similar to the one in the global health situation. There was also a social uprising much like we're witnessing today, with people going against the social distancing guidelines and other restrictions. But do you think he's really psychic though? Odessa Young seems to think so, with how accurate most of his predictions have been. However, being someone with a dark mind, his virus kills 99% of the world's population. Back to talking about the talented actress. She came into the limelight in 2015 with her role in The Daughter and Looking for Grace. For her hard work, she got recognized at the AACTA Australian Film Awards as the Best Lead Actress. Most recently, she co-starred with Elizabeth Moss in the movie Shirley. Up next, Brad Williams Henke. Playing a supporting role as Tom Cullen is a former NFL player, Brad Williams Henke. Just like for previous parts, Brad took the preparation for his role as Tom Cullen really seriously. We all know that it would take a lot to portray a mentally handicapped man, and that's what the character is in this movie. Brad had to watch several videos of people who were never the same after a head injury, and he spent more time reading the Stephen King novel that gave birth to this movie. To make his interpretation of this survivor that travels alongside Nick Andros in The Stand, Brad also paid more attention to his wardrobe and toys. If you heard someone singing Coat of Many Colors by Dolly Parton several times in a day, that was probably Brad Henke, as he did this multiple times to help him find his character's voice. Brad also did a fantastic job in Orange is the New Black, where he played the role of a ruthless prison guard. Up next, Greg Kinnear. Before we dive into the character that Greg Kinnear plays on The Stand, here's a fun fact for you. Glenn Bateman is Stephen King's favorite character in the movie, and it will be played by none other than Greg Kinnear. Glenn is a reflection of Stephen King's voice, the soft-hearted former sociology professor who is many moves ahead of society but wishes to study humanity's good and evil qualities to see how it finally wraps up in a global health situation. It's like a thesis paper where he follows whatever Mother Abigail says in his dreams and teams up with Stu Redman. The philosophical Glenn is enjoying this ride, and so is Greg Kinnear. Greg has had an amazing career in the last 3 decades with award-winning performances in movies like Brigsby Bear, Little Miss Sunshine, and You've Got Mail. Up next is JOVAN ADEPO. Now let's talk about Larry Underwood. We know what you're thinking. Wasn't Larry a white character in the book? Well, not in the series, as JOVAN ADEPO will be playing the role of Larry Underwood. If you remember correctly, Larry in the book was a musician whose music made him sound black. This is a nice move, as we can still have the spirit of the character represented by JOVAN. But we do believe that he will do a great job of this, as the British-American actor explored deeper ways of discovering his character. So JOVAN will be portraying this rock star who will join the survivors and Nadine Cross in their fight against Randall Flagg. Back to the actor, JOVAN ADEPO. This rising talent has gotten a lot of attention for his role in Fences as young Corey Maxon. He has also been amazing in When They See Us and The Leftovers. Up next is James Marsden. While the actors filmed this series, they were painfully aware of the rise of a real global health situation all around them. This was in early 2020 before the lockdowns. We could say this influenced their portrayal of their characters and helped them make them as realistic as ever. And there you have it. These are actors who will be part of the Stand cast. Do you think these actors reflect the characters in the book? Let me know in the comments. And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching.